Well. Welcome back, buddy. Welcome back to the show. Today, we got a pretty good one for you. And by pretty good, I mean frickin' awesome. So, what are we going to talk about today? Well, I don't want to give too much away before the episode begins, but today, we're going to talk a little bit about sales. About upping your sales game. And what do I mean by sales? Stay tuned. Now let's roll that beautiful bean footage. Welcome back to Caffeinated CX, where we talk about CX and stuff, all in a hyper-caffeinated state. I'm your host, David. I am the Caffeinated CXO, and just want to tell you, welcome. If this is your first time listening, glad you can join us. If you are a repeat listener, it's nice to have you back. Love that you're back. And before we begin this episode, if I could just ask you a quick little favor. That favor is like, reply, comment, rate, review, and share the show so we can make the show grow. I mean, what more do we want in life than growth? Personal growth, professional growth, podcast growth, YouTube channel growth. All growth is good, other than the obvious. So, like I said, welcome. And today, we're going to talk a little bit about sales. And I don't mean like, used car sales. No. I'm talking about the everyday kind of sales that you're going to use on your contact center floor. For a lot of contact centers, upsells and cross-sells are the name of the game. It's why you're there. It's why you're hired, right? And the thing is, like, a lot of people aren't really good at it, right? And for a lot of these call centers, the training really sucks. So, it is what it is, because most of the time, the trainers are not salesmen. They're not salespeople. And it's really hard to train what you don't know, contrary to what some trainers will tell you. Because they'll be like, yeah, no, I can train anything, regardless if I've done it before. Yeah, they might be that one special, beautiful unicorn, but probably not, right? They're reciting things that either they were trained to recite or what's in their curriculum book, and that's fine. That's fine. Now, what if I went as far as to tell you that every call, no matter what, is a sales call? It doesn't matter if you have to cross-sell, upsell, or anything. It could be a call with someone calling in about their bill. Every call is a sales call. What do I mean by that? Well, it's a good question. Because what do I mean by that? Every call is a sales call where you are selling the value of your company, your product, your service, and yourself. 100%. Ain't no way around that. It would be crazy to think otherwise. So, you're going to speak to people like you want their business. And sometimes you have to pretend it's your business. And I know that whole Gary Vee thing of you shouldn't expect employees to care about the business as much as the owner. And I get it. I do. I mean, I get that. But you should care at least a little bit, right? Because it is your livelihood. even if it's just a stepping stone on the way to your glorious purpose, to your esteemed dream career. How you do anything is how you do everything. So, with that in mind, you want to get really good at explaining, verbalizing, and providing value, no matter where you are, no matter what position you're in. If you're a janitor, scrub that floor like no one has ever scrubbed a floor before, right? If you're in billing and you have to explain someone's bill to them, explain it in a way that provides value. What are they getting for what they're spending? Stuff like that, right? So, and yeah, it's easy to say, harder to do. So, let's break it down a little bit more. You want to provide so much value over the phone. You want to build up so much rapport that when that person calls back, they want to speak to you. They want to speak with the person they last spoke to because that person was awesome. Are you that person? Are you? I don't know. You should be. You should be. And yeah, it is what it is. So, it is what it is, as they say. Now, if you're in a call center that has to cross-sell or upsell, this can be a little daunting, especially if you're new to the game, right? If you've never done it before, if you weren't one of those people that would, let's say in grade school, right? Elementary school, the primary grades, right? That would buy candy or sodas on the way to school and then sell them at an upcharge for the students, and you had to be kind of sly about it, like out of your backpack, like a drug dealer, because if you didn't, you're taking money away from the vending machines at school that sold the same candy, right? So no, you if you weren't one of those people, and I was, but if you're not one of those people, sales can be daunting, right? It can be intimidating. You can get some hesitancy when you go for your offer. So, because a lot of people get into customer service because they're really good at helping people, right? That's what they like doing. That, or, they needed a job. That's the other side of the coin, right? So, but here's an easy way to frame it. Okay. When you're offering a cross-sell or an upsell, you're doing a favor for the customer, depending on what it is, right? So usually cross-sells complement whatever they're buying, whatever service you're providing, and that cross-sell will augment or benefit that service. Like if you're a plumbing and HVAC company and someone's calling in for a plumbing appointment, and you just offer them a free HVAC checkup, right? That's a potential for more revenue, of course, but it's also helping that customer out because they may not know if something's going on with their HVAC system. And it's best to do that in the spring and fall months before the summer and the winter hit, right? Because something that could have been detected in March saved them from not having a air conditioner in July, where it's 120 degrees and they're sweltering. They're sweltering in their homes. And now, because it's 120 degrees, well, all the HVAC and plumbing companies are booking 2 weeks out because they're just that busy with other failed units that aren't working. So that one's an easy one, right? Just offer at the creation of the plumbing appointment, like, and make sure you secure the original appointment, and then offer the additional. So, and no sweat. And it's best if you can provide this as a free checkup. And if the technician finds something, they can offer the service, right? So, but the initial visit is free. Makes it very, very easy to set up, and it can provide whatever the average ticket is for your company. So, a using the same kind of company model, an upsell could be a membership in that company. Most plumbing and HVAC companies offer memberships, and these include a laundry list of additional things, freebies, discounts, things like that for their homes. And usually it's a monthly charge, usually anywhere between $10 and $25 a month. And sometimes there's different tiers, or you can buy it yearly for, like anything else, you're going to spend more if you pay for it monthly. But the yearly will have a discount, something like that. And using your skills, you could explain the benefits of it when they call in and set up an appointment. Now, yes, it can be more difficult upselling that, especially if it is a new customer who has never used your service before. But does it hurt to ask? You have to treat sales and upselling, cross-selling, like it's for the customer, and it is. So another way of viewing it is to view it like, let's say, technical support, right? So the customer has an issue that they may not even know about. They have an issue, and your job is to provide the solution. Just like as if, let's say, you were doing internet tech support, and you're like, okay, well, you're running a entire network of 20 computers and with internet, and oh, you want to stream, and oh, you have the slowest internet package we have, which allows for X amount of computers, which you have Y amount more of. You should probably get faster internet speed. Yeah, yeah, probably. Yeah. Or, if they're trying to do something and their best recourse is to get a 5-pack of static IPs, right? So, I mean, you wouldn't just not mention it. You would try to offer it to them. Hey, this will solve your issue. If you get these static IPs, you'll be good to go. That might be an old analogy, but you get the idea. So once you start thinking in this way, that sales isn't there to rip someone off, and I know a lot of people get a really bad taste in their mouth when it comes to sales, but if you're doing it for the customer, if you're offering things to elevate the customer's experience with your product or service, you are not one of those people. You're not a sleazy salesman. You are doing the customer a service that augments the service that they're already getting, or the product they're already getting. And there ain't no shame in that. So, now, other ways that sales skills go into all of this is literally rebuttals, right? Rebuttals, overcoming objections, is a definite sales skill, and you should learn how to do them well. Here, I provided our team a book of rebuttals, which is like 50 pages long, filled with rebuttals for every common objection that we get, plus some. Now, that sounds a bit much, right? That sounds a little maybe intimidating. Hey, welcome. All right, now that you're trained up, here's some additional rebuttals you can use. Here's a book. So, no, that's not how it goes. There are a lot of rebuttals in there, but the cool thing is, it is what it is. So, and their thing is to take that and find the ones that work best for them, put them in their own words, this, that, and the other. Because there ain't nothing worse than sounding like a robot, like you're reading off of a paper when you're doing your offer or coming back from a customer's objection. And you will get objections no matter what service or product you sell. It doesn't matter, there will always be objections. Like, let's say you're at a plumbing and HVAC company and you don't have a dispatch fee. Most do, some don't. We're going to pretend that you don't, right? So, which isn't common, but so it's a free appointment, right? They go out, no cost, to take a look, see what's up, give a diagnosis, give some options, and do the work, right? With no dispatch fee involved. There's nothing up front that they would have to pay in order to get out to the property to take a look at everything. Some plumbing and HVAC businesses and their owners are listening to this going, what? Why would you do that? It's a good question. But let's say you don't, and you'd be surprised how many customers are like, I need a price up front now for this work. It's like, we don't even know what's going on yet. Let's get someone out there. No cost, no obligation. That's crazy. How are you saying no to this? They're going to say no. All right. And a lot of them are going to say no. They want pricing up front. And I totally get that. I would too. So I want to know what I'm dealing with. Even a ballpark is nice. But the thing is, you can't really give an accurate price until someone's laid eyes on it, right? So that's one of the most common objections that you will face in a plumbing and HVAC company when you're on the phones booking appointments. It's okay. Everyone deals with it. So you have to overcome that objection by providing the value of getting someone on site. And if you can't do that, you're not going to book the appointment, right? Another important thing is to ask, is to offer. So someone could call in to your call center that provides a product or service, and the person on the phone answers all of the questions. They do a great job. The product knowledge is on point. And then at the end, the customer's like, oh, thank you. Oh, now I know all about this. That's fantastic. You've been very, very kind, very patient, and very, very helpful. And the call center agent is, oh, thank you. Well, feel free to call back anytime. So, and then they, usually hang up, and the call center agent's like, oh, I did a great job on that call. That was a great call. Only it wasn't. Because that customer still has an issue. And what do we do to provide a fantastic customer experience? We solve their issues. The best way to solve someone's issues that has a plumbing or HVAC problem is to put them on the schedule to get that solution done, to get that issue fixed. And if you're not asking for that business, no matter what, you're doing the customer a disservice. But they would have asked if they needed it. Maybe. Or maybe they're just really introverted and they were like, oh, is this person going to ask me for my information or not? Should I say anything? No? Okay, I'll just call someone else. Yeah. Always ask. Always offer. Don't be hesitant. Don't be scared. Just go. And if you need help with this, just count down from 3. 3, 2, 1, ask. 3, 2, 1, offer. Don't count out loud. Count in your head. So but provide value. Learn what the most common objections are and how to do rebuttals for them. Provide value in every single answer that you give, and answer every question. At the end of your answer, ask a question. Keep the call going. Keep the call moving. Get information. Provide information, yes. Also, get information. You're going to do yourself and the customer a disservice if you don't. You can't be scared. They're calling you. Now, outbound, that's a whole other beast. We'll do another episode on that. But for inbound, upsells, cross-sells, all you have to do is make the offer. And you have to provide value and why that upsell or cross-sell makes sense for the customer's situation. So you have to learn how to do probing questions. You need to learn how to dig in a little bit. You need to practice your active listening. And after that, you're good to go. This takes a lot of practice. This takes a lot of role play. And if your supervisor, team lead, coach, mentor, whatever your company calls them, isn't doing this, they're doing you a disservice. And you should probably speak to someone about that. So, there we go. Always, always, always be perfecting your skills. And this whole thing I just talked about, this is going to help you in any aspect of your career and personal life, right? Provide value. Don't be afraid to offer, and don't be afraid to ask. Treat sales, if you have to, like tech support, and get the customer the solution to their issue, no matter what, within reason. All right, so thanks for hanging out with me on Caffeinated CX, and I'll see you next time. Bye.